Arman Tsarukyan says missing out on the lightweight title shot has motivated him to seriously grow his social media presence. In a recent interview, Arman explained that he believes he was previously overlooked for a title opportunity in favor of someone more popular. He feels like he's been snubbed due to not being as marketable as other contenders, and he's now actively trying to build his name and fan base outside the cage. He is currently preparing for a high-profile grappling match against UFC legend Uriah Faber at Real American Freestyle on April 18th. This appears to be part of his plan to stay active and raise his profile while waiting for bigger opportunities in the UFC. Meanwhile, Henry Cejudo weighed in on the upcoming Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje fight, saying a Gaethje victory would be an even bigger upset than Sean Strickland's shocking win over Israel Adesanya. Cejudo believes Ilia is significantly more well-rounded than Izzy was at the time, making a Justin win that much more impressive if it happens. Let's roll the clip of Cejudo's thoughts on the Topuria-Justin fight.
Ilia right now is the current number 2 pound for pound right now.
I understand.
He's undefeated. Hold on, Kamaru. Hold on. Let me put my case. If Justin Gaethje is really able to take out a 2-division champ that's undefeated, that could potentially even fight for the 3rd, like, yeah. Not just that, bro, but if we go talent for talent, Ilia Topuria versus Israel Adesanya, if we like look at their fight styles, yeah, Ilia Topuria is way more well-rounded than a guy like Israel Adesanya. He brings in the submission games, he brings in the takedown defense, and he brings in the takedowns on top of the power in his damn hands. So yeah, Justin Gaethje defeating Ilia Topuria would be bigger than Sean Strickland defeating Israel Adesanya.
We are just days away from crowning a new light heavyweight champion at UFC 327, where Jiri Prochazka faces Carlos Ulberg for the vacant title. In his latest interview, Carlos doubled down on his team's confidence. He said they have studied Jiri's game in detail and found specific weaknesses and patterns in his chaotic style that they plan to exploit. He gave credit to Alex Pereira for how effectively he read and finished Prochazka twice, but emphasized that his own team has discovered other unique details they believe will give them the upper hand. Ulberg also addressed the possibility of Khamzat Chimaev moving up to light heavyweight. He made it clear he would only entertain that fight if Chimaev first gets a couple of title defenses at middleweight. He doesn't want Khamzat skipping the line without earning it at 185 first. This matchup is shaping up to be a high-level striker versus striker battle with major implications for the 205-pound division. Jiri is looking to reclaim the belt he once held, while Ulberg aims to become the new king at light heavyweight. Let's roll the clip of Ulberg breaking it down.
Yeah, I mean, Jiri is obviously the chaotic fighter. Chaos versus order is what it is.
Yeah,
I think that's what that fight is. So it's a fight it's been due to happen, and we're here now. So this is it, and we've been preparing for years for this fight. And I think we've always been watching Jiri on his come up, and I've always been keeping an eye on a lot of the guys that I could potentially fight. I have fought some of the guys already in Jan and some of the other fights that Ray has recently. So now it's just Jiri to take out. So and then after that we've got some other fights that we need to look forward to. Yeah, Pereira's done a great job in nullifying his chaotic spurs, but there are a lot of other avenues that I think that our fighters haven't yet explored that we can work with. So and I think that's something that we're gonna be going with for our fight.
Khamzat Chimaev just dropped some serious comments while speaking to Russian media in Abu Dhabi as he ramps up preparation for his middleweight title defense against Sean Strickland at UFC 328. In the interview with Usha Taika, Chimaev didn't hold back. He called Strickland a crybaby for constantly talking about his childhood trauma and said the American is actually easier to deal with than previous opponents because he's already faced and dominated him in the gym years ago. Khamzat believes his superior wrestling and grappling will allow him to take Strickland down and keep him there for long stretches, neutralizing Sean's striking. But the real bombshell from the interview? Jon Jones is joining Chimaev's training camp for this fight. This news is especially interesting because Sean had an altercation with Jon Jones and his brothers at an MMA event last year. You can watch that video on our channel if you haven't seen it yet. With Jones now in his camp, Khamzat is clearly going all in for this title defense. The build-up to UFC 328 is getting more intense by the day. Here's what Khamzat said.
He is a crybaby, you know, always complaining about his father. He's not on my level, mentally or as a fighter. I'll be back soon inside that octagon to take him down and smash him. For me, he is easier than my other opponent. Sean Strickland has the ability to get up well, but Dricus actually had a wrestling base, though his skills were more physical than technical. We have the technique, wrestling, counter-wrestling to take Strickland down and hold him. I spoke to Jon Jones this week. He will be coming here and we'll train together.
Strickland went after Jon Jones during a recent appearance, calling him a fake mother effer. Sean criticized the difference between how Jones portrays himself to the public and how he actually is in real life.
Aren't you beefing with Jon Jones?
I'm authentic. But my only thing with Jon Jones is he's just a fake motherfucker. Didn't he fucking hit a pregnant chick and like break her arms and drive off at some shit? I think it's awesome.
It's the greatest story ever.
Yeah, Jon Jones, like, live your life, dude. So what fucks me off is it's like, oh no, God loves me. Like, no, dude, you are a piece of shit. I would like to hang out with the guy. I'm sure he's a funny motherfucker. I mean, I don't want to go do cocaine and hit a pregnant lady, but I just want him to own his shit and then just people will accept him.
Carlos Prates is making waves with a strong prediction, saying Ian Machado Garry is the fighter who deserves the next shot at Islam Makhachev, and the one who actually has a legitimate chance to pull off the upset and take the welterweight throne. In a recent interview, Carlos said if he had to pick one, he'd still lean toward Makhachev winning due to his elite wrestling and control, but he made it clear he thinks Garry can absolutely do it. He praised Ian's striking, movement, and improvements, especially after his recent wins over Bilal Muhammad and Prates himself, and believes Garry's style could exploit openings if he keeps it standing and avoids prolonged ground time. The Nightmare also revealed extra motivation. Ian has said that once he wins the belt, he'll rematch Prates. That promise keeps Carlos locked in. He wants to see Garry get the title shot, win it, and then run it back so he can get his own crack at gold. With MMA reports split on whether Garry or Michael Morales gets the call next, this adds more fuel to the welterweight title debate as Islam's next defense remains in limbo amid injury rumors and negotiation drama. Let's dive into what Prates had to say.
So Ian is obviously pushing hard for this, especially with Shafkat out again. Do you think Ian should fight Islam first and you fight the winner?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think Ian can beat him?
I think it's hard, but I think...
You think he has the style?
Yeah, I think he has some skills would help him to beat Islam.
But ultimately, who would you pick in the fight?
Between Islam and Ian?
Yeah.
If I need to bet my money, of course Islam.
Maybe not.
But I really want Ian to get the belt, and then we do a rematch here in Brazil for the title. Yeah.
I was going to ask you that because you have the story with Ian. He has the win over you, but also Islam has been incredible. So which one would mean more to you, to beat Islam or to get the revenge against Ian?
I think to get a revenge against Ian.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.